when you're in a space where your mind is not projecting on top of, in other words, there's no thoughts, there's no fears, there's no desires, there's no hopes, there's no dreams, it's just you being present in the moment. Aware that you're being present, aware that you're self-aware, aware that you're breathing, aware that whatever is going on with you, you're just present and you're aware. Whatever is coming through is now undistorted images of reality that are limited only by the sensitivity, the health, and the well-being of your body. So when, in other words, you have the image that's coming in through the lens, and the lens is clean. Then there's filters that you can add to change the contrast and the lighting and the tone and the hue of the image, right? When you're taking a picture, there's first what's coming in through the lens. And then whatever's coming in through the lens, if that lens is clean, and you're just taking a raw picture. It's not a JPEG, it's a raw data file. Undistorted, unprocessed, right? You have to get to that point. When you're at that point, then you trust that to be existential reality. Now, the information that's coming through, you may not recognize all the patterns that are there. That's up to you to learn how to recognize the different patterns of what is coming in through your senses. Through your eyes, through your ears, through your nose, through your gut, through your fascia, through your muscles, through your body, like everything.
Smell, taste.
Smell, taste, feeling, mood, sensations, whatever you're experiencing is coming in through your body. And you're not adding an additional fear to it, or a hope, or a dream, or a value. You're just accepting, you're just seeing it for what it is, accepting it for what it is. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that 0 point is essential to know that. And know how to get there and know how to make that happen. Because when you're in that space, then you're receiving to the best capacity of what this form can process. Now you're processing an undistorted and unprocessed. Sorry, now you're experiencing an unprocessed image of reality of everything that's happening around you. Now, it will be physically, like there are some limitations of what this body will see, hear, smell, taste, feel, right? What your intuitive radars, how far they can reach out. These will be limited by just the actual physical limitations of this body. Like, for example, we don't see in ultraviolet or infrared.
Yeah.
But there's certain insects that see in ultraviolet, and there's certain animals, like snakes, and certain that see in infrared, right? They're seeing it in different levels. So I'm not seeing all of the information that's there. I'm just seeing what my eyes can capture. And my eyes are starting to get old, so they're starting to get blurry, so I'm missing fine details, so then I have to use these to recover the visual acuity that I had when I was a child. Right? On top of that, am I well rested, well fed, well stretched, feeling healthy, emotionally clear, psychologically clear? Now, whatever comes through, I trust that to be what this body, what this sensor can experience of reality. Now it's up to me to see what I can do with that information. But I'm seeing it as the raw data file. Now I can process that, and I can imagine what it would be like to build a bridge that would get me from here to there. But I'm intentionally choosing to project. Right? So there's a big push to learning how to create your dreams, how to make your dreams come true.
Yeah.
Right? Which means create a picture in your head of images of an outcome, of a goal, of something you want to accomplish. Right? You want that to happen. So maybe you create a vision board, you draw it out, right? You put it into a mantra or an incantation, and you want to get from here to there. And that's necessary to know how to do that. But it's even more necessary, once you know how to do that, it's absolutely necessary to be able to completely turn off all projectors, all dreams, and see where you are right here, right now. Because you want to get from where you are right here, right now, to where you wish to be later. So why don't you start with actual reality, instead of with a picture of reality, a photocopy of reality. Your mind never isn't off. You're only experiencing reality through the process of how your mind is distorting it. So going to the 0 point, erasing everything, is a necessary step in being able to first see where you are, and then see if from where you are you can get to your dream, because your dream might be a dream projection that's not attainable. And you're starting from a false image of reality, and you're projecting on top of that. And many people do that. This is probably the reason why most startups, most enterprises, most entrepreneurs fail. Because they're actually starting from something that's not actually perfectly clear as far as existential reality is concerned. Where are you? What do you have? What is available? What's possible right here, right now? Start from there. What's going to be possible in 5 or 10 years when you get to here will be different. So along the way, there's a need to be able to, each step of the way, clear yourself, re-zero yourself, and start over again. You can do a simple example with food. You can imagine going to your favorite restaurant. Okay, so I'm going to go to my favorite Italian restaurant. I'm going to start with the Caesar salad, then I'm going to have the lasagna, and then I'm going to finish up with the creme brulee. What a great dinner that's going to be. And I just had breakfast, but I'm just imagining right now what dinner is going to be. Right? So it's time to go eat dinner. Well, I can go to my favorite Italian place and order the Caesar salad, the lasagna, the creme brulee, whatever it was. It doesn't really matter. Or I could ask myself just before leaving my house, what am I actually hungry for? And maybe I'm not hungry. I just don't need to go out. But I already had a picture in my head ahead of time, right? Yeah. Or maybe I really want to go out for Chinese food. But I had a picture in my head after breakfast that we were going to go out for Italian. So I'm sticking to my thought process. Yeah. I'm already off base. Yeah. Now, let's say that I check in with myself and I really do want Italian. So now I go to the restaurant. And instead of just going to the restaurant without questioning it and ordering everything that I thought that I was going to want to have after breakfast, I arrive there and I ask for the menu and I read every single item on the menu. And actually, I have to tell the waiter to go away. I'll call you when I'm ready to order. Because they just stand there and they get impatient. So I imagine eating, what it would feel like to eat, to taste, and to eat each item on the menu. And maybe I don't want the Caesar salad. Maybe right there, right now, I just want the lasagna.
Or a new choice.
Or a completely different choice, yeah. Because I've eaten other things.
Right, you got there. That's how you felt at that hour, that minute.
Right. So let's say that I still want the Caesar salad. So I order the Caesar salad, and the waiter says, "What else will you have?" I'm going to eat the Caesar salad first. Come back later. They look at you with a strange face because they usually do. You're like, "But I'm accustomed." So thank you for my salad and go away. Then you eat your salad and you wait after you take 15 minutes. You eat your salad and you wait for 10 minutes until you've completely. Now it's fully within you. Then you call for the waiter and you say, "I'd like to see the menu again." I've never, ever, I've done this hundreds of times. I do it every time, actually. I've never ordered the second thing. Once I've put the Caesar salad in, my nutritional requirements have changed, and I never order what I thought I was going to order. I always order something else.
It's true. Once you've satisfied
a first need, then I go to the next need. But our minds work in a linear fashion. I'm going to go here, I'm going to go to this restaurant, I'm going to order this, and then I'm going to get this, and in the end, right? And instead, I want to have a satisfying dining experience and give my body everything it needs in a delicious, yummy, beautiful place. Okay. So that's the main goal. Now, I get there, I look, and maybe all I need is the creme brulee. Or maybe I just want the pizza. It makes no difference. I give myself what I need in the moment. And then I restart over again. Bring me a new menu, please. And I imagine again. I even read through the salads again. I read everything. I use my mind to imagine what it would be like to have this experience. Because this is a imagination projection mechanism. And I feel it in my body. And I'll go through the menu once, twice, forward, backward, and I'll just feel like this is what I need. And I'll order something else. And then I'll ask the menu a third time, a fourth time. I'll ask each and every time, and I'll start from complete zero. And I have a more satisfying experience. And this is how I tune myself to the language of what my body needs in the moment, how to feel its way through. Sometimes you're in a place and you don't know how to feel yourself to get from here to there. So you use your imagination to help you fill in the blanks. Because you've had it before. And if you've never had it before, then you can't imagine what it would be like.
Yeah.
Right? So then sometimes you're ready for an unknown. So then you try something you've never tried before.
Yeah.
And then you eat that with full awareness, and now you anchor that in. Now I know what the experience of eating this was like today. So next time I can refer to that as a reference point. Well, last time I felt this way. Is that how I need to feel this time? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It's different every single time. All right, so sometimes, because how does this relate to life? It relates to life because you have to feel your way through life. And your mind will simply bully its way through it. It'll just project an image, right? So you want to get from where you are now to some projected dream future that you want your life to have a certain quality in a year, in a week, in a month, in a year, in 10 years, wherever you want to be, right? So I start with where I am right here, right now. I'm here. I need to get from here to there. So how do I reverse engineer that? There's 20 steps. So to reach this point, first I have to reach this point, and this point you understand reverse engineering, right? So now you get to here. So now I'm right here, right now. So I've got 20 steps that will get me to from where I am now to being a billionaire. And it's mapped out, and it's a clear path. You have a vision. It's not a dream because if you delete it and you look at it again, it's the same vision. See, dreams, you can't go back to sleep and have the same dream over again. But you can have the same vision over again. That's the difference, right? So people learn to tune their minds to have visions, and they're better than dreams. So you have a vision. Perfect. You need to get to the point where you can have a vision. So I've got 20 steps to make my vision come true. So now I do step number 1, and then I go to number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and maybe I get to 20. My vision comes true. Most of the time it fails. Why? Because as soon as I go from step 1 to step 2, I have a plan. I have a full plan to go 20 steps. I go from step 1, I complete step 2, I tear that plan up and I throw it away. And now I check in with myself to see, do I still have the same vision? Most of the time it's still the same vision. However, if I start from where I am now, which is I go from 1 to 2, now from step 2, this is my new 0.
Okay.
I might only need 11 steps to get
Yeah.
from here, but from here I need a 20.
Yeah.
Because you have no way of knowing what it's like to be here first. You can just know if I'm here, I need to get to here, and then I'll need to get to here. And it's all projection, it's conjecture, it's hypothetical. Yeah. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
My capacity to visualize, yes, reverse engineer, all good, all necessary. These are, this is what needs to happen. But once I've taken the first step, I completely delete the entire thing, and then I start over again. Is this the same vision? Most of the time, yes. Sometimes it's no. Now I want to go over here. Oh, I would have missed that because I would have launched my rocket in this direction. When I would have gotten here, I needed to go somewhere else. Right? Everything's changed. I've changed. Just making it to here has changed me. Very simple, but it's changed me.
Yeah.
After eating my salad, I'm not the same person after my salad than before my salad. Yeah. 15 minutes after eating your salad. You try it next time you go to a restaurant. Yeah. Think ahead of time when you're there. I'm going to eat all 3 things and then just order 1, finish it, and then see if you really, really want the second or the third. You probably won't.
No.
Because something's changed.
Things change.
Right, things change. So if things change, why don't you want to be updated with what things are changing? Why are you going to get stuck on the old vision? So it's a little more work in the sense that I have to each time recreate my vision. But that's how a self-guidance systems works. Otherwise, you're just a robot saying, go from here to the moon, but the moon moved. Or along the way, you decided it's more fun to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right? So you need to go step by step, and then you completely start fresh again. Now from here, So
How do I
step
feel?
1 is 20. How do I feel? Maybe you realize, actually, I wanted to go here. But when I was here, I couldn't see that because this was in the way. I couldn't see that. I could just see this. So now I'm going to go here because this is gold. I see this gold. So I take one step. And the gold is still there, but there's a diamond over here.
Yeah.
And the goal was to have the best possible experience. Not to make a certain dream come true that you had in a certain time, in a certain moment, that no longer is as good as what reality has to offer.
Yeah.
So sometimes I go, I need 20 steps to get from here to here. When I reach here, I realize that it's actually better to go here first. I can do that in 1 step, and then 3 more steps, I'm here. I did it in 4 steps instead of 20 to save me time, money, resources. Or I get here, wait a minute. This is where I want to. This is much better. This is better than that. See ya. From here, maybe later I'll want to come here. Or not, because later I can see this one, right? So this is how you begin to navigate your way through, by feeling. And your mind is there as a projection mechanism, a visualization tool, a radar, and a way of making clear lists and orders and systems to get from one place to another. But don't get stuck on the destination, because the destination might be very poor compared to what you found along the way. There's no way of knowing. This is unknowable.
Yep.
So you can use 10% of the cells, the intelligence, the capacity of your being, and visualize and project and mastermind everything. And you will hit that a certain, and some people are good then. They'll hit it pretty consistently. But they'll miss all the other possibilities that might be infinitely richer or better for you. Because isn't the goal having the best possible life?
It is.
Not having the most amount of money.
No.
No. Having a lot of money helps because it gives me a greater range of things that I can do. But that's not my goal, right? My goal is to have the best possible life with as much money as possible. Sure, why not? Duh. Yep, for sure. How are you going to get there? Well, I'm going to feel my way 1 step at a time. Each step, I'm going to reevaluate this. I practice doing this. I would literally get dressed, walk out of my apartment in a city in Bangkok, or even I would just arrive anywhere I go. I will step out, and I have no idea where I want to go. I can go left, I can go right, I can cross the street, I can go back in. And I allow myself just to feel my way back. And sometimes I just walk right back in, and in the lobby I meet someone who's that's the person I needed to meet. I needed to walk out and realize that I need to go back in. That's how I met Junko. I walked out 3 times. Each time I was like, I'm supposed to get back in there. If I'd followed what I wanted, I would have missed what existence had to offer, which is always beyond what you can imagine. What you can imagine is what you want. But we live in a generous, overflowing, and abundance reality. So, tuning into what reality has to offer is the additive value, because I can train myself to get here. Now I might show up here, I might end up limping and dragging myself to get to this point. In which case, I might announce to the world, I got here, I had to drag myself, but look what I did.
Yeah, that's what.
And look how good I am, and look how amazing I am. Look at my scars. And I suffered to get here. Really, I danced my way to here, and it's worth 100 times more, 1,000,000 times more. Okay, to you guys,
That is.
I danced my way here. It was better,
That is the point, yeah.
and I dragged myself. I suffered. I lost millions, but I kept going because I'm a warrior. I'm a gladiator, right?
Yeah.
So winter is my season. It's great. Like, yeah, sure. When it's winter, it's your season. But when it's springtime, winter, you're stomping on the spring flowers because winter is your season. But the spring flowers are like right there. There's a diamond mine right there. That spring flower has a medicine that will extend the quality of your life. This is a dead mind that you're gonna pull out the diamonds and poison the environment. There's no flowers around here because you're poisoning the territory by extracting the mine. Here, there's
Everyone wins. wins.
Everyone wins. Well, look what we're doing to our forests, like the Amazon forest. There's so many unknown species of plants and animals and fungi. There's such a wealth of cures for things, and we'd rather just chop it down so that we can grow more cows for McDonald's burgers.
Yeah.
So we can sell more Happy Meals in plastic boxes and paints that pollute the planet. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And I have nothing against anybody or anybody doing anything. I'm just saying there's a better way of doing it. So I learned to do that by tuning into what it is that I can see and feel each step of the way. And it's always more effective and more efficient to recheck your position. And you do it when you're sailing or you're flying an airplane. I'm here, and here's my heading, right? And my bearing, and they're always off because there's a cross current and something pulls you aside. So you always have to pull yourself back in, retune. But in the process, why be stuck on the destination? What if along the way you realize that there's a much nicer place over here? Why can't you just change course and go to wherever you're going to have the best experience? And my best life experience is wherever this body just wants to dance, and is calm and relaxed and energized and alert, and rich creative thoughts flow through me. That's where I have my richest life. If I happen to be there with zero, I'm at my peak potential for finding the greatest amount of abundance in that area. So even arriving there with zero is not disempowering to me. Arriving here with millions, but then I look like George Soros or the late David Rockefeller. Just their eyes, their smile. Were they rich? Were they really wealthy, or were they? But inside they were beggars. They were poor inside because they sacrificed too many rich, yummy experiences just to find one thing, which is more money, more power, more ambition, to be able to say you reached your goals. People have discovered that if they create charity and philanthropy and donations, that helps cover up the guilt, the fear. It makes them look good. It makes them more acceptable to society. But the bottom line is that they're missing something that will allow them to have richness that would be self-evident in their eyes, in their smile. You could feel it more than just their net worth. And once again, I'm all for having the highest possible net worth and staying happy and healthy, vibrant, creative. This is a much higher value to me. Now, everyone has freedom, right? Whatever is of greatest value to you, we'll just go with that. There's no, and you can have both. Because you can always bring in the path. We live in a world where you can monetize just about anything.
Yeah, with the internet.
With the internet today. We're in the information age. So the information that you can share on how you got to have such a really nice aliveness experience is of value. Somebody will want to read your story. Somebody will want to come talk to you. Someone will fly out of their way to come and spend time with you. Well, it allows us to be anywhere and to experience so much and share. That's the most important part. We get to share what we experience. and there's going to be someone somewhere that will want to will find value in that. But you're not doing it for that reason. I'm doing it because I just feel good. It just feels good. I enjoy it. So why I wouldn't enjoy? I remember I had a girlfriend in college who had already planned her life out. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to travel here, and I'm going to travel here, and I want to have this kind of lifestyle, and I want to get tied down in a relationship because when I go here, this is going to happen, and this is going to happen. And I remember I would say to her, "But okay, I understand that. I get that. What if you were just tomorrow to find your happiness right here, right now, or you just went over here and you were happy?" No. I'm not going to be happy until I do this, this, and this. I'm like, I understand that, but what if along the way you suddenly discovered that you were happy? No, that's not going to happen. Our relationship didn't last long. Let's be clear.
Right.
Because there was no openness to, well, what if just being here? What if just doing this is enough? What if you go there and decide you don't want to do this anymore? Like, I followed what I was doing until I realized that I don't really want to do this anymore. I got what I needed to, so I just dropped it and I went to something else. And I did that until I realized, hey, I've gone far enough, right? And now I'm going to do something else, and I'm going to completely backtrack. But you said you were going to do this. Well, now I don't say anything. I'm not going to do anything. You know what I say? I'm going to have the best possible life experience, doing whatever feels right according to me. And it just so happens that whatever feels best for me, for my family, for my woman, for my child, right? Whatever feels the best, whenever they're happiest, healthiest, and dancing and thriving and creative and just relaxing and enjoying, I want to be there when that happens. So that's my best possible life experience. So I just tune myself into that.